What's up friends, Roxiano here. This video is about the 3 common mistakes Aavegotchi investors make. This is just what I've noticed about the project and how people interact with it. These points could probably apply to other play-to-earn games as well, but are not financial advice. Point number 1, not knowing the risks. When it comes to DeFi, as you probably know, it's a high-risk, high-reward environment. These types of environments could breed some nefarious individuals. When it comes to Aavegotchi, some of them might be lurking in the Discord waiting for you to have a problem and ask for help. They might coerce you into clicking suspicious links or giving over your personal account information. Always remember that a dev will never DM you about an issue, and they will always do it in the public channel where you asked the question. The Aavegotchi Discord in particular is good about catching these scammers, as there are channels made to report suspicious activity. There are also channels where you can find offers for over-the-counter trade. The reason why some would want to make NFT dealings outside of the bazaar and other smart contract platforms is to avoid the fees, because platforms usually take a percentage of each transaction made on them. I can see how it would be a smart financial decision, but it's risky. Because you could end up sending crypto or one of your NFTs with no guarantee of receiving back what you're owed. Scammers are not the only danger. You could simply just make a bad investment decision. It's possible in any free market, and even in smaller growing communities like Aavegotchi. My next point might help you understand what those decisions might be exactly, but please do your own research as well. Misjudging a relevant asset is the second common mistake that investors can make. Now, in order to understand this point, I'll tell you about something I call the relevant asset cycle. It's basically the idea that a certain asset is most relevant at a specific point in time during the events in Aavegotchi's development. The relevant asset is pushed into demand and the price inflates. As an example, let's look at one of the most pivotal events in Aavegotchi's history. The bid-to-earn land auction in October of 2021. The obvious relevant asset here are the land NFTs, which were brand new at the time and inflated in price during and immediately following the auction. Since then, listing prices have barely moved. The other relevant asset in question is Ghost. Before and during the event, Ghost pumped in price because many were buying it to participate. The key is that this wasn't any ordinary auction. This was a GBM auction, where bidders could earn a percentage of each bid if they got outbid. So it was very possible to walk away with 30% more Ghost than what you started with. This, for some people, was enough for a free land parcel. Now, how could these relevant assets be misjudged, you ask? Well, if you foresaw this event, the ideal way would have been to buy Ghost ahead of time before it pumps, then perfectly predict the price of each land parcel NFT. Duh. But it was very easy to be behind. And misjudge the value of the parcels during the bidding. Many left the auction stuck with parcels they bid way over the floor price for, and it didn't help that for the bulk of the first auction, the UI was having trouble displaying the parcels at all. I ended up with 2 reasonable parcels from that, but luckily I didn't have enough liquidity to overbid too much. The land auction that took place a while later went a lot smoother. I made a video on it, the second ever video on this channel. Let's look at another example, the Wearables Raffle. You'd think that the relevant asset in this case would be wearables. But while wearable NFTs are the focus and reward for the raffle, the true relevant assets are the 6 types of colored raffle tickets: common, uncommon, rare, legendary, mythical, and godlike. Those are the NFTs that are in high demand before wearable raffle events and are usually priced low immediately following said events. The perfect plan in this case is to stake Ghost ahead of time, earn friends, and even buy the low-priced raffle tickets off the bazaar during the stretches of time between each raffle. but sometimes it's very easy to misjudge how many tickets you'll need or when you need to start planning. I fell prey to this during my raffle video when I overbought tickets last minute, and for what? Watch my video to find out. Just kidding. Anyway, the most recent event in this cycle is the Gotchiverse Alpha launch. And since you need a gotchi to collect the Alchemica for said event, the relevant assets are Aavegotchi NFTs themselves. The floor price of gotchis has been hovering around 400 to 500 ghost for a very long time, until the alpha launch, where the prices of gotchis on the lower end shot up to like 600 or 700 ghost. The Alchemica itself was worth the most when it was first released. Now that it's ended, the values of the FUD, FOMO, Alpha, and Keck are pumping again. A good strategy would have been to purchase Alchemica during the middle or end of the play drop. But guess what I didn't do? It's alright if you're in the same boat as me, because patterns repeat and it's easy to spot them with practice. I have a hunch that the next relevant asset will be land parcels, which might raise in price later this month when the channeling feature is introduced to the Gotchiverse on the 18th. And sometime after that, drop tickets. They're selling for 6.5 ghost on the bazaar right now, but I've seen them go for 16 ghost and more during the land raffle events. And this is the goal, friends. Planning and patience. That's why the third mistake to avoid is looking for big bucks. As Jesse Golden Cross once said, Aavegotchi is for builders. It takes investment and reinvestment to build wealth. Although DeFi games like this can provide a way to do it a lot faster, it's still important to be a patient trader. There is an ever-expanding repertoire of money sinks in Aavegotchi that have varying gain potential. For an economy to thrive, it can't be pumped and dumped, so to speak. There are real incentives for reinvesting a portion of your profits. And keep in mind that the pre-Gotchiverse trading strategy is very market-based and volatile. So if you're watching in the future, you may have an easier or more straightforward wealth growth plan than just wait for a dev to casually leak the next event in the Discord hangout. But yeah, I really hope this video helped you and was super informative for the current market strategies. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to stay updated on the most relevant and important, essential matters of the Gotchiverse goings on, please consider subscribing. Happy trading!